another episode of Trek Canon. So today, well, it was yesterday, right? Yesterday I got a chance to see, and it snuck past me. I got a chance to see Star Trek Prodigy's Time of Mach. And, you know, oh, I'm sorry, I'm driving. Can't be doing that while I'm driving. But outstanding episode, people. Outstanding episode. Look, everything Trekkie, everything Trek was in that show. They had the fracturing of time. Okay. All right. First of all, spoilers for this episode. But y'all know how I roll. Okay, so if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Come on back, put on a video, and let's talk about it. So, like I was saying, the name of this episode was called Time Amok, and it is the reverse of the episode Amok Time from the original series. But the thing is, it had nothing to do with spiraling out of control into the planet. I'm sorry, it had nothing to do with a Vulcan in Panfar. So the thing is, this episode starts with basically Janeway is trying to make them have form a team, make them form a cohesive unit. She's trying to take them through reasons why that's important. They're resistant. They're doing everything that's counterproductive to the success of teams. They can't get along, not communicating well. All the normal things. Now, the thing is that what ends up happening is that the core, which is the sun, the core of the protostar. Look, let me side note. I always have side notes, but just the thing I was thinking. The protostar has a sun as the proto drive's power source. And the last thing I was taught was that a singularity, which in Star Trek, a singularity translates to black hole. Last thing I thought was that a black hole, as far as, having similar spatial volume, the black hole would be far stronger than the sun. That being said, the Romulan warbird, is powered by a point singularity. And its point singularity was strong enough to freeze time. I forget the name of the episode, but it froze time. And I think Data, Troy, and Picard rode up on the Enterprise and his warbird, looking like they was fighting and everything like that, and time was froze. Come find out it had something to do with the warp core of the warbird being a point singularity. So a warbird should go much faster than a protostar. Or maybe the protostar if it's found a better way to utilize the power of the sun. Whatever. But it's still a beautiful ship. So anyway, what happens is that this error that happens on the protostar's core ends up sending out a spatial displacement or spatial fragment wave, and it envelops the ship. Janeway is split into these different time frames on the ship, and according to the science of the episode, basically time was like a sine wave, all right? And depending on your position in that sine wave, time would be moving at a different rate for you as it was for somebody else on the ship. So we get a chance to have everybody try to cooperate and save the ship in different time frames. And one of the first episodes that I likened to this episode, oh my God, did I forget? It's been a long night, y'all. Look, y'all, let's know outside. Look, it's been a long night. A brother been at work for over 10, 12 hours. Look, I'm gonna forget some episodes, but I'm gonna put it right here. It was that episode where it started off where the bridge senior staff was playing poker and everything like that. And what ends up happening, was it yesterday's Enterprise? No, it was not yesterday's Enterprise. But anyway, the ship that Kelsey Grammer was on ends up coming out of a temporal displacement field. And it's on a collision course with the Enterprise. The Enterprise has to move, but they have to figure out whose suggestion was better, Data's or Riker's, and they were inside of this causality loop. Now, Shout out to Kelsey Grammer. But the thing is in that episode, they were sending messages back through the time field so that Data could basically add that information to the solution of freeing the Enterprise from this time loop, causality loop. Now, I had this episode of Time Amok reminded me of that episode, and it sort of reminded me of the Voyager episode where that field was expanding slowly throughout the ship. Now, don't ask me why. That wasn't a time displacement field, but it just reminded me of that. So what happens is that Janeway ends up going through into inhabiting each one of these particular time streams and trying to develop the device and trying to figure out a way to save the ship. Now, remember, I always talk about General Grievous. I forget what his name is, but after I tell you this, I'll have a new name for him. But General Grievous, the right-hand man to the main bad guy. Did you guys notice his voice when he was on the ship? When they made him on with the vehicle replicator, and he came up to the bridge and he was interacting with Janeway. Did you guys hear his voice? It's very important. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I really suggest you guys go back, put that episode on, and listen to the voice. Because if I'm not mistaken, the voice was Robert Beltran, and who you guys would remember him, you guys would know him as Chakotay. Now, if that is somehow Chakotay, you know what I mean? Like, that would blow my mind. Like, that would open up so much as to how he got there, what's going on with the ship, how he's so intimate with the controls and the systems of the ship. So it ties into where they had that flashback where he was the captain of the ship. And if you think about it, the training program, if he was the captain of the Protostar, the training program that he would have, I think, would be Janeway, because of how he respected her so much and how she ended up, how she was a mother figure, as not only a mother figure, but a captain figure to everybody on the ship. So, you guys let me know if I'm wrong about his voice being. So I'm gonna just call him Chakotay from now on. Now, I wanted to blend this episode with the next episode of Prodigy, because I had got a chance to check that out too. But I figure I'd keep them separate. I'm gonna keep them separate because I haven't quite finished this new episode because work was over. I know y'all saying, Trick, what kind of job you have where you able to look at TV? A good one. Now, I'm just kidding. No, it's not. But the thing is that this episode was great. It put forth so many interesting questions that I am so looking forward to seeing what's going on, with this episode and everything like that. Now, not to give too much away, but they ended up reconstituting the time fragments and everything like that back into a singular time flow. And I really like that. I really like how they highlighted, I forget the rock girl's name, but her growth in this episode, how they focused on her going from being unsure and unconfident, in herself and everything like that, to her deciding, hey, you know what? It's gonna be balls to the wall, and or boulders to the wall, and we gonna do this. I'm gonna save the crew. And I thought that this episode, like I said, I thought this episode was a great, great, great addition to the Star Trek franchise. Like, this was an actual Star Trek. They're kicking ass. They kicking butt with Prodigy. They are kicking butt with Prodigy. So tell me what you guys thought of the episode. If you guys liked it, if it was a great addition to Star Trek. How are they developing the characters with you guys? Like I always say, the relationship between the play captain and the progeny. That's a very interesting dynamic, and I could see how she could be first officer or have the appearance of the respect of first officer as well. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Remember, people, remember, because I only seen one recommendation, and it was a great recommendation. City on the Edge of Forever. You know what? If it ended at City at the Edge of Forever, I'd be content when I get to 300 subscribers, because I love City on the Edge of Forever. City on the Edge of Forever is by far my best and most favorite Star Trek, the original series episode. You know, I got a video about well, it's a little short, where where I name my favorite episode from each series. You know, so take a look at it. I've talked about the most powerful beings in Star Trek. So if you guys don't know Zero, go back and take a look at some of the videos. I welcome everybody who's new to the class. Everybody who jumped. I know most of the people got into my channel based on the Borg versus the Dominion video, and I really appreciate you guys enjoying that content and subscribing like you guys have. Like I said, I'm 10 subscribers away from 300, and I plan on doing a 300 live Star Trek watch episode. So I wanted to, get you guys input as far as what episode you guys wanted to see, and we'll just live it, man. Pause it when we can, talk about it. I'll answer questions, comments, concerns, how it relates to other episodes, the important things that's going on in that episode. Any tidbits that you guys probably didn't know, because I'm sort of a connoisseur when it comes to Trek. But anyway, this video has went on a little too long. I have 2 more videos that I'm gonna be dropping today. One of them is gonna be of the Die Hard Masters, and the other one is gonna be of the review of the latest episode of Prodigy. So please stay tuned, ring the bell for any future content, so that you guys can stay apprised of the new videos that's going to be coming out, and ring the bell so that you guys hear that annoying ding ding that lets you know that is not somebody who's trying to get in touch with you over Messenger, but it's actually your YouTube telling you that it's mostly useless content that's available for you to consume. So, peace, recycle, and save the whales. You guys be cool.